Good morning. On this week's episode of The Professor Helps, I'm going to talk to you about how everything you're doing, everything you're thinking, everything you're feeling is enough. I think that I could say that for the entirety of this broadcast, and there might be some of you who still don't believe it. Some of you have amazing self-worth and attitudes, and you don't need this message. That's fantastic. There's a lot of us, myself included, who still sometimes really struggle with the idea that you're enough. So I'm going to say it a couple of times because I truly believe as a teacher, one of the things that I learned from my teachers is that when someone actually said something over and over again is when I started to finally get it. So, you are enough. 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 You don't have to lose 10 pounds. You don't have to get that promotion. You don't have to get that job. You are enough exactly as you are right this moment. That doesn't preclude you from wanting to lose those 10 pounds or wanting to get that job or wanting to get that promotion. But make sure that the reason that you're trying to lose those 10 pounds or gain 10 pounds is because you want to do it, not because society tells you or someone outside of you says you should lose some weight. I did a show in 2017 that was called My Big Fat Bahookie. And bahookie is the Scottish term for your posterior or butt. And one of the things that I took away from that show is that you are exactly the right size and love your body exactly the way that you are. And there is a million messages. There are a million messages telling you every single day that you're not enough, that you don't look good enough, that you need to lose that weight. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. I'm not alone. There's a lot of people in this body positivity movement. Sonia Renee Taylor is somebody that I heard on a podcast with Brene Brown talking about the body is not an apology. And it takes the thing that I learned in 2017 and puts it on steroids. It talks about the fact that you are exactly enough. And the example that she talks about is the fact that your body is completely your body and it is not an apology. And so many of us walk through life like our body is an apology. Or when was the last time you got a compliment and actually accepted it? I know this is definitely something that I struggle with. A big part of when I do these videos is to inspire you, motivate you, and frustrate you. It's because it's something I'm struggling with too. I am a complete and utter human, as I've talked about on the broadcast before. It would be so much easier if we were aliens and we didn't have to process these emotions and feelings and everything else. But the truth is that we are beautiful, wonderful humans. And part of that means that we have insecurities and we go back and forth about how we feel about something, and especially our bodies. I know that it has been a really long journey for me to come to this decision. One of the things that Sonia Renee Taylor, and I highly recommend you look her up, I'm actually going to post a link to her talk below about the body is not an apology. That in and of itself is such a powerful phrase that you really just want to think about that for a second. The body is not an apology. How many of us walk around in the skin that we're in thinking that we need to apologize, or we're too big, or we're too loud, or we're too bright? You're not. You are enough. 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 And I have seen so many teachers I know and love posting about not feeling like they're enough right now for their students. And yes, this message is about body positivity. And it's also about people feeling like they're not enough, and that if they could just get this one thing right, they would be enough. The truth is you have everything that you need right now to be equipped to be an awesome mom, an awesome dad, an awesome teacher, an awesome friend, an awesome aunt, an awesome uncle. You get my point. You're an awesome individual. We are all going through this together. It is difficult. And it is challenging. And it is really easy to get down on yourself and think, I'm not doing enough. I'm not around my kid enough. I'm not helping my kid enough. I'm not at work enough. I'm so stressed out. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And we get so caught up in what society or celebrity or whatever the person on Instagram is telling you that you need to do. And I'm here to tell you, you are enough. You are enough. And if you have people around you that are telling you in one way or another that you are not enough, I am going to encourage you. No, I'm going to urge you to do everything you can to get out of this person's sphere of influence. Now, if it's your boss, you need to go find another job. That's definitely a challenge. If it's somebody who's a friend of yours that you've been friends with for a really, really long time, and all of a sudden, you're realizing that it's just not meshing anymore, certainly don't just cut the friendship off. But if it's truly toxic, take a look at that. Are they always trying to tell you that you're not enough? You don't need that. You need people around you who are going to tell you you're enough. That's not to say that you don't need people in your life that challenge you. Challenge is different from pushing people down. And right now, what you need more than anything else is people around you telling you that you are enough. This, again, does not preclude you from wanting to improve, wanting to learn another language, wanting to lose that weight. Really think about, though, why do I want to lose that weight? Why do I want this promotion? Why do I want a new job? What is it about you that doesn't feel like it's enough? I can tell you with earnestness, you are enough right now. You don't have to get that job. You don't have to get that promotion. It is not hinged on whether you get something or don't get something that you feel like you're enough. And I cannot stress this enough. There are people in life who are striving for whatever that next step is. If you have an associate's and you want to get a bachelor's, and if you have a bachelor's, you want to get a master's. If you have a master's, you want to get a PhD. Sometimes you're an overachiever, like a really good friend of mine, and you get a PhD and you get a master's, and you're just an all-around amazing person. And the thing is that you're enough just being that person. The things that you achieve are not who you are. They are a part of who you are. You are not your job. You're not your family. You are exactly enough. And if anybody tries to tell you differently, say to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. If you find this message helpful, please do subscribe and then make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any of my updates. And this has been The Professor Helps. This is the Professor, signing off.